Hi, so I've been wanting to make videos on YouTube for a really long time. Now I finally said to myself, right, I'm gonna do it. Go on YouTube and waste people's time. So what will I be covering in the years, or months, or weeks, or once, or never in this video? Well, I'm going to be covering so much awesomeness that I had to write everything down. Blogs, reviews, Doctor Who, Sherlock, video games, photography, and anything else that is awesome. Oh, and also I will have a video of the week for every video I make. So first ever video, top 10 most anticipated games of 2015. Number 10. First up on the list, number 10. The Order 1886. The Order 1886 is exclusive to the PS4 in February the 20th, 2015, and it is set in a alternate reality in 1886. Where at Order of Knights 4, you play one of them, are here to defend the Earth from these villainous creatures called the half-breeds, which is another word for zombies, but they probably didn't want to say zombies because zombies has been used so much, they wanted to probably distance themselves from that genre, but essentially that's probably what it is. Probably run at you like zombies and want to kill you like zombies. It's very close, but it's always good to see it's a brand new IP. It's always good to see a new IP from any company, considering the gaming industry is saturated with sequel after sequel, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, which is unfortunate. So it's always good to see a new IP at any time. So that's why I look forward to Order 1886. So, number 9. Nine. You already guessed it. Halo 5 Guardians. This game is the 5th installment in the Halo Once trilogy. Here, Halo 5 Guardians. While I'm not the biggest fan of the Halo franchise on a whole, I think it is generally overrated. I do think that this next installment could be something to look out for if you own an Xbox One, and if you do own an Xbox One, you probably are already a big Halo fan. So I would highly recommend this game. I mean, if you own Xbox One, you're going to buy this game anyway, aren't you? So, it's Halo, so shall we move on? Number 8. Rainbow Six Siege. This game, I've never really played any of the Rainbow Six games. This game, yes, granted it is a first-person shooter, again, yes, another first-person shooter, like we haven't got enough of those. It is a multiplayer game where you have 2 teams. One team is in the house playing as 5 terrorists. The other team is 5 people trying to get in the house to save the hostage. And you have to plan your way in, and you can grapple down from a helicopter and break in through the windows, or you can break in through the front door by breaching it, or blow up the walls, or the ceiling, or the... And if you see any way possible to get in, you can do it. In this game, there is no limits on how you can get in and save the hostage. Okay, like for example here, they're about to break in through the window after grappling down. And they're all ready to go, and... 2. And bearing in mind, these are all real players playing here. And yes, it is staged for the E3 presentation. But if you play this game and play it like Call of Duty and run in, all guns are blazing, you will die. The gun damage here is more realistic. It will only take 1 or 2 bullets. You can use riot shields, you can use smoke grenades to distract the enemy. It is coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One and PC. Next one. Number 7. The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda series has been around for a very long time, and it has always had open world elements to them, but never to the extent of games like Grand Theft Auto and Skyrim, which have set the bar for what an RPG can do and what it should do. But with the next game, the Legend of Zelda game that's exclusive to the Wii U, they look to finally bring the Legend of Zelda to a true open world experience. You'll be able to do almost everything that you can do in any other RPG you can think of. Supposedly, we don't know much about this game yet. All we do know is that Link looks like a girl. Yeah. Looks like a girl. Coming out for 2015, exclusively for the Wii U, of course, and definitely something to look out for if you own a Wii U. So, on to number 6. Metal Gear Solid 5 is to set the bar, yet again, for stealth games. Yes, you have all the gimmicks like the cardboard box. That's Metal Gear Solid. It's quirky and the game looks gorgeous. It's set to come out for PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, Xbox One, and possibly a PC version and replay variant. And if the previous games are anything to go by, we are really incredible experience for anyone who plays it, new or old to the franchise. Although the story is pretty complicated, even for me, I barely understand it myself. Number 5. Batman Arkham Knight. I don't really have much to say about this game, apart from that you can fly around Gotham as Batman. You can drive his Batmobile around Gotham, and you can be Batman. Batman. The game takes place after Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, two very well acclaimed games. This game is set to conclude the trilogy. And we hear that all the time, concluding the trilogy, but yes, this game is and will conclude the trilogy. What the hell? Buy this game. You can be Batman. I have no more else to say. Next. Number 4. Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider. And yes, Tomb Raider's in the title twice. Who thought of that? This takes place after the first game. The first Tomb Raider, which rebooted the franchise and was really well received and loved by many. Unsurprisingly, this game has a lot to live up to and a lot of hype behind it because of the first game. I, for one, am very much looking forward to it because I played the first game and I thought it was really, really good. I just hope that this next game will be as good. It comes out for Xbox 360 and Xbox One first for about a year. And then about a year after that it comes on PS4 and PS3 and PC. And I just cannot wait. And that is why it's on number 4. But number 3 is very similar. And you'll know why soon. So, number 3 on my list, Star Wars Battlefront. I did actually play the Star Wars games first, and I really liked the games, but now I've watched the films and I've played previous Star Wars video games. This game, developed by DICE, which is a worry, considering how badly their previous game, Battlefield 4, was released. Battlefield 4 was released in such a state that it was barely playable at launch. Is a concern, and DICE did lose a lot of rep for this, but hopefully they can bring back the faith that everyone had in DICE to make great, brilliant multiplayer experiences. Which is what we want from a game like this. We want amazing galactic Star Wars battles like we saw in the films and like we've seen in previous titles. Okay, so we are one away from my top most anticipated game of 2015, but first, here's a game I've been looking forward to for a long time. Developed by Naughty Dog, the creators of The Last of Us and the creators of the Uncharted trilogy, and I believe Jak and Daxter for the PlayStation 1. Possibly some of the best developers in the industry. we have now got Uncharted 4 for the PS4. This game takes place 7 years after the events of Uncharted 3, and we don't know much about the story, apart from the fact that Nathan Drake's been out of the business, but he wants back in for one last time, and he wants help from his old pal Sully. The game is titled Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. On to number 1. My top most anticipated game of 2015. But first, let's look at some of the games that didn't make the list. 1. What is my number 1? I hear you ask. If you're asking, if you're still here, you've probably turned me off to another tab. If you have, shame on you. I am very disappointed. Actually, I'm not really. But if you are here, you're awesome. But what is my number 1? I've kept you waiting long enough. My number 1 anticipated game of 2015 is developed by Hello Games. A team of 4 to 10 developers of extremely talented and ambitious creators who set out to make games which could change the industry. This game here is called No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a game where there is no overall goal. There is no overall enemy to defeat. There's no real story. In No Man's Sky, you create your own story. In No Man's Sky, if you go to a planet, you may encounter a creature that no other player that has played this game has encountered before. You may go to this planet and find environments that no one has ever seen before. This is because of a very clever system that the Hello Games have implemented, whereby if whatever planet you go to, everything is randomly generated around you, so that everybody who plays the game has a unique experience. You fly around in these ships, and you can fly around throughout the galaxy and go into other planets and get into dogfights in space and destroy rocks and upgrade your spaceship and explore the world around you in the galaxy. That's the overall goal in No Man's Sky is to explore the unknown. When you spawn in this game for the first time, you will spawn on a different planet to every other player. That's it. Every player on this game will spawn on a different planet. Every player. So every single person's experience will be different. Every planet will be different. Every species will be different. Everything will be immense. And if that doesn't make you want to play this game, then I don't know what will. It is coming to PS4, PC. Well, it will come to PS4 first, and then it'll end up on PC, and then possibly Xbox One later on. This game is something looking to be truly special, and I really hope that it lives up to the hype. And finally, my video of the week from YouTube is a Doctor Who related video exploring the darker sides of the Doctor's nature. It is an awesome fan-made video that I feel needs the attention. Go check it out here. And that's me done. Rob out.